And we are live. Okay, welcome in everybody. This is a new show we're doing called Valley Events, and this is sort of this is going to be a show where we talk about every sort of local event that's happening in the Red River Valley. This is a new thing, like I said, we're doing today. It'll be, I believe, Tuesdays at 10:30. So if you want to join the stream, if you like what you see here, just join us every Tuesday at 10:30, and I'll be here. My name is Jacob Random. I'll be hosting the show. And yeah, this is Valley Events. So I want this show to be kind of like a resource that anybody can tune into and get an idea of what's going on in the Valley so that they can plan their weekend or just your week accordingly. So we're going to be talking about just every community event that's going to happen. I would like this to eventually include literally everything that's happening, but just for this week, since this is the first show, I'm not really sure how much I'll be able to get through. So I put together a limited list. It doesn't have everything that's going on, but like I said, eventually, hopefully, we'll be able to cover every event that's happening in the Valley. So let's get started. I did have some graphics, but I don't think I can pull them up right now. So it's just going to be just my face. That is all you're going to see for this. So our first event that I want to talk about is improv night, or improv comedy in the Cellar. So that is, there is some open mic oh, my computer just froze. There is some open mic comedy happening in the Cellar that is in downtown Fargo. It is the Cellar 624 on, or sorry, the Cellar on Main. So that's downtown, and they do open mic nights every Tuesday. Sorry, open mic is actually every Wednesday. Improv comedy is every Tuesday, and that'll be going from 6 to 8 p.m. And like I said, that is the Cellar below Front Street Tap Room, I believe. And that'll be Tuesdays from 6 to 8 p.m. So this is a free event to get into. You don't have to pay anything. And it is 21 plus, so, you know, no children allowed, but alcohol is allowed. So that makes up for it. You can't bring your kids, but you can get a drink. So let me pull up my stuff right now. I'm sort of just ad-libbing because I don't see my script. All right. There is a lot of comedy going on in Fargo, though. I actually didn't realize until I started researching for the show just how much comedy is happening in town. It's all seems to be pretty much at the Cellar, and again, that's downtown. They also have, like I said, open mic comedy on every Wednesday. That'll go from 8 to 10 p.m. every Wednesday night, and it looks like sign up is at 7:30, and the show begins at 8. This is also a free show, so if you think you're funny, come down to the Cellar. That will be Wednesdays at 7:30 to sign up, and then it actually goes from 8 to 10 p.m. And that is also a 21 plus show, so no children allowed. They will allow up to 25 comedians, so make sure you get there early if you actually want to go on. And it'll be 3 to 5 minute sets, and it also says stage time is not guaranteed, so you know you might have to keep coming back if you really want to get on and it's a busy night. But you know, if you think you got what it takes, come down to the Cellar for open mic. It's really cool that Fargo has something like that. I feel like that's something that you would expect in, you know, just a bigger city. So yeah, if you want to get into the comedy scene, come down to the Cellar. Okay, what else do we have going on? We also have, oh, this is a cool one. So at the Fargo Theater, this will be today actually, April 14th. at 7 p.m., there will be a special showing of the movie Fargo with special guest Peter Stormare, I think is how you pronounce his name. And he was actually in the movie Fargo. So Peter Stormare from Fargo, the movie, will be in Fargo, the city, today. So come on down to the Fargo Theater. Come watch the movie. It's a great movie if you haven't seen it. So yeah, you can also meet him. He seems cool, celebrity type guy. So that is a ticketed event, so it'll be $25 per person, and that will start at 7 p.m. at the Fargo Theater. What else do we have? There will also be, okay, let's focus on stuff happening today. Also happening today at the 1889, which is on Main Avenue downtown, you can join a Moss art class. And this is where I really wish that I had some graphics to pull up and show you, because I honestly love this so much. Like this I wish I could pull something up, but it's essentially like a board they give you. I don't know, I just have to describe this art form. And you get little pieces of moss, you assemble it together, like kind of like a collage on a board, and it looks really cool. It looks, natural, I guess. That'll be happening at 6 p.m. tonight. And here's what they say, what you can expect. So this class occurs on the mezzanine, and there's not an elevator. So, yeah, bring your legs, I guess, because you got to be walking up some stairs. They'll be serving wine, cocktails, and non-alcoholic drinks available for sale during class. And doors will open 15 minutes prior to the class with all materials and equipment provided. So it's super lame that I can't pull this up right now, because this is some cool looking artwork. But if you are into crafts and that kind of thing, come on down to the 1889 for a Moss art class. That'll be happening tonight at 6 p.m. at the 1889. What else do we got? Oh, also happening at the 1889, there is a Knife Skills 101 class. So if you want to learn how to chop things up, if you want to learn some culinary skills, come on down to the 1889 tonight. This is also happening at 6 p.m. So I don't know how that's going to work, but I guess it's not on the mezzanine, so apparently it does work. So here's what they have to say about it. Get confident with your knife and celebrate bold flavors in this knife-focused class. Start with the essentials. How to safely and efficiently chop, dice, and slice more like a pro. Then put those skills to delicious use with a trio of vibrant recipes. They're going to be making classic bruschetta, Italian salad with chicken, puff pastry, apple roses, and you can learn about knife types, proper knife grip, guiding hand placement, proper cutting board setup, and more, all while using our fabulous and quality knives exclusively from Creative Kitchen. So if you want to sharpen your knife skills, come on down to the 1889 tonight at 6 p.m. and you can learn more about knives, All right, also at the 1889, man, they are doing a lot today. Also at 6 p.m., they are doing a Italian cuisine cooking class called A Tour of Italy. So this will be a class where you can learn the art of crafting fresh handmade pasta from scratch, then dress it in 3 beloved sauces that pay tribute to the Italian flag. Ooh. Creamy Alfredo, vibrant marinara, and fragrant pesto. I wish I could pull up the Italian flag, so I don't know if you can visualize that in your mind, but yeah, that's the colors. So on the menu, there will be a caprese salad, handcrafted pasta, Alfredo, marinara, and pesto, and tiramisu for 2. And this will be taught by instructor Chef Carol. So doors will open 15 minutes prior to the class, and they will also be serving wine, cocktails, and other drinks. They also say closed-toed shoes are encouraged. I guess, if you're learning about cooking with amateurs, knives might go flying. So don't don't be sticking your dogs out because they might get chopped off. But I wouldn't expect that. Go to the class; it'll be fun. So what else do we have? So on Thursday, it looks like at 6:30 p.m. at the Fargo Air Museum, you can have an evening with Earhart. So this is let me just read what they have written about this. So at 6:30 p.m. on Thursday, April 16th at the Fargo Air Museum, Amelia Earhart's second cousin, Nancy Earhart Burt, from Hastings, Minnesota, so she's a bit of a local, presents a program on the life of Amelia Earhart at 6:30 p.m. on Thursday, April 16th at the Fargo Air Museum. And as a quick aside, I actually looked it up because since Amelia Earhart's cousin lives in Minnesota, I was like, is Amelia Earhart from Minnesota? Like, have I never known this? And I guess she's from like Kansas or something, so it's not as cool as I thought it was. But come to this little show anyways. And if you're interested in Amelia Earhart, she's a legend. If you like history, if you like learning about aviation, the Fargo Air Museum is great anyways. Just to come, even if they weren't doing this show. They got a lot of cool stuff there. So this will be at 6:30 p.m. on Thursday, April 16th. So this Thursday. And here's what they have to say about it. In the first half of the program, Amelia arrives in flight gear to share highlights of her amazing life story, including growing up in Kansas. Okay, so I was right. On the banks of the Missouri River and finding her interest in flying. So it sounds like Amelia Earhart's cousin, who, you'd think she'd be like super old, but she's still kind of a young woman. Not as old as Amelia, I'd imagine. She's going to come dressed as Amelia Earhart, I guess, and just do like a whole performance, teach you about her life. Oh, wait, no. It says when Amelia leaves, her cousin Nancy steps in to share the rest of the story. Okay, so don't listen to me. And what went wrong on her last flight. Theories about what happened to Amelia, her marriage, the book she wrote, and how she made money for future flights. So if you're interested in hearing about Amelia Earhart and you like going to the Fargo Air Museum, then this is the perfect event for you. So come on down, learn about Amelia Earhart. This will be at 6:30 p.m. on Thursday at the Fargo Air Museum. So what else do we got? Okay, if you want more of a game type thing, if you don't like classes, if you don't like speeches, you could play bingo and win a cash prize at the Sandbox Restaurant and Bar that is at 4215 31st Avenue South in Fargo, North Dakota. This is actually a reoccurring thing. They do bingo every Thursday at 7 p.m. So it says, join us for a night of fun and bingo at the Sandbox Restaurant and Bar for a chance to win some cash prizes. Whether you're a seasoned pro or a first-timer, everyone's welcome. Charitable Gaming supports Full Circle Academy. So it's $30 for all 6 games, or you can get a single card for $3 each. So if you like bingo and you like having fun, come on out to the Sandbox Restaurant and Bar. What else do we got going? So, there's also another class you could take if you want to make a floral wreath. See, this is where I wish I could show pictures again, but it's a wreath making class. If you like crafts and all that kind of stuff, this will be taking place at it says 2733 South University in Fargo. It'll be from 6 to 7 p.m. on Thursday. And here's what they have to say about it. Add a touch of spring to your front door with a floral wreath. We have several options of faux flowers and foliage for you to custom create a one-of-a-kind piece that keeps your front door looking beautiful all year round. And the best part, you can use all of our tools here like wire and glue and then leave the mess for us to clean up. Come in, make a mess, and leave with a forever wreath. So the ticket includes a 14-inch wreath base and your choice of faux flowers. So this is a ticketed event. But if you are into crafts and wreaths and all that kind of stuff, come to this. That says it's at 2733 South University in Fargo. So I'm running out of time today. I just want to quick mention again, at the Fargo Theater, they're doing that showing of Fargo with special guest Peter Stormare. He's an actor from the movie. I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong, but that is going to have to be fine. So it's happening today at 7 p.m. at the Fargo Theater. I just think this is such a cool event that the actor from Fargo is going to be here. So if you like the movie Fargo, come out to the Fargo Theater tonight. I don't know how often they do this kind of thing. I imagine not that often. So come out, watch the movie, join the community of people who love the movie Fargo. And, maybe you can meet the actor from the movie while you're there. That'll be from 6 to, the doors open at 6 and the film starts at 7. And that'll be at the Fargo Theater. It's $25. Seems pretty cheap for, getting to meet a celebrity, I guess. So, yeah, come on out to the Fargo Theater. I think that is my favorite events of this week. So, this is all the time I have for today. So I will be back here next Tuesday at 10:30. Hopefully I have some graphics by then, so you don't have to just stare at my face the whole time. But yeah, if anybody watching has any suggestions for events that you want me to talk about, I do eventually want this to include like all events in the community if I'm able to talk about everything. But yeah, like I said, I'll be back here next week at 10:30 on Tuesday. So if you enjoyed this, if you want to hear about all the events in the community, then tune in next time. But that's all the time I have for today. This has been Valley Events.